Well, we had the momentum at that time, and yeah, we had a personnel issue, and so I felt like we had momentum that was more important right then. So it was kind of like Hoosiers, right? There's our team. That's who we're playing with, and it's one of those deals, right? You got to get the right people out there, and the right people have got to be out there, and sometimes in games, that's just what happens. So hopefully we get it right this week.
So you knew before, you knew then that you had 10, just decided not to?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, that's exactly right.
Because you still have one timeout, is that right?
We still won the play, so yeah. I mean, that's, if we would have had 11, we might have done even better in that situation.
I mean, does that happen more than we notice, or
No.
is it okay?
No, it doesn't. It actually, it doesn't. And the one thing, on that side of the ball too, I'm not always. You look inside, it's an interior player is who it is. So I think you can tell when there's a secondary player not out there, that's a big problem. And in this case, that was an interior guy, and we were in position. Had a chance. I felt like we had the momentum at that point, and it was a long yardage situation too. So we were in the right coverage. Don't give another chance to try to call a better play or whatever. Just go play.
With one aspect.
So yes, no. To answer your question, does it happen very often? No. Does it happen? Yes. And should it happen? No. It's one of those things that, you at the end of the game, you go back and you watch the tape, and you're like, okay, what happened? How do we fix it?
We asked you earlier a couple weeks ago about Octavius, and I know he hasn't been in the last couple games. What's happening with that? And do you still expect him back? And I don't know if it's almost a lost year now, or it's been a really interesting year for that guy.
Well, I would say the year's not over yet. As far as the amount of time that he's been able to play, it's really disappointing. And I know it is for him. We all have to move on, and we all have to keep playing, and we all have guys step up. For him, it's very disappointing, and something that happened in fall camp that just never really healed, and it's gotten better enough throughout the year. I mean, he's been able to play, it's just not where he wants to be, and we'll see. He's still working, he's still preparing, he's still doing all those things. It's not like all hope is lost, that there's not a chance for him to play. And sometimes you get him back in these last few games, and the guy's been waiting that whole time. They're extremely hungry to go out there and play, and there's only a few games left, and you kind of know what's on the line when there's just a couple left to play and what you have to do. And we'll see where he's at. I know he's working really hard to get himself ready to go. Yeah, well, it's important. I think guys on our team come in and watch film, and I think the difference when you're younger, you come in and watch film. You're in there, you're in the building, you got your feet kicked up, you're eating chips, you're talking, the film's rolling, and you may have gotten something out of that play. Maybe you found something, or you were watching hopefully something specific. When you get older, guys study film, and I think that's what they're doing. They're in there together like, okay, this is what we're going to run, this is what we're going to do, and we know these schemes are going to be in. Now let's look at how we're going to attack them. So you find something specific on film that another team does that's pretty close to that scheme, and you study it, and you see how the backers or whoever's playing the play, how they respond to it and how they react to it. And it clears up communication. It's like anything, right? If you have more clear communication, you're probably going to go out there and operate better. So when the tailback knows what the offensive line is thinking, they know what he's thinking. It just spreads across the entire team when that happens. And sometimes guys have to initiate that themselves. We as coaches, that is their day off. Hey, you guys come in, you got to get extra work. There's not enough time that we get to actually prepare for a game, so they have to do things on their own. They choose to do it together, then I think that's smart. That's guys evolving and growing and understanding, let's work together on this. Let's be on the same page so we can go out there and operate and be more effective.